A look at McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Iowa State Cyclones and the Baylor Bears. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Checking in with the Cyclones head coach before the game, Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Cyclones headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. On the run from inside his own 5. The running back has it. They come out strong, stopping for no gain on the opening play.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Let's talk for a second about Baylor. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the...
Makes the grab in their space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Bears headed quickly to the line. Running the red zone, it's Morris. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Just feeds the running back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Might be changing the route. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback keeps it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor!
And it's not a surprise on this first possession that they put the ball in the quarterback's hands and let him run it. This dude can fly. Palmer, I know it's the first possession, but sometimes it's hard to really understand how fast guys are until you see them on the field. It didn't look like they got it on that first possession.
No, David, we were talking to their defensive coaching staff this week, and they thought they had a good plan on paper to slow this guy down, but you're right. It's a different thing once you get out there on game day, and they're going to have to make some adjustments right now because you know this defense, I know it's early, but they're already reeling because of that guy's speed.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. To the air, it's Rayner. Bears the pressure, and down he goes.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch him napping on the run and nothing doing. And the Cyclones will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That 4th down penalty feels as if it is really going to be costly, but we're about to find out now. It's 1st and 10. Delayed handoff. It's Morris. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. As the officials spot the ball, they've stopped play for an injured Baylor Bear. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Lagway. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And man, that's a welcome sign and another completion for this QB. And how about the bounce back? A week ago, man, we were wondering about this passing offense. We were wondering if it needed to change, if something needed to change at the quarterback spot. Nice job bouncing back this week and putting a great first quarter together.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Lagway will try to get it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes a catch. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Boyd. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Working that left side now. Breaks free, and he might be gone. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Break and runs through another guy. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
To the air, it's Rayner. Moves around to clear up the vision. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throwing on the run. And his throw is incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. This is now a 7-point game.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dan.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Flagway wants to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. The offense lining up for a first down play. Running inside, it's Turner. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Flagway. Finds his man. Breaks into the open. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
53.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Throwing, Lagway. Looking to take a shot. He's got it. Touchdown, Bears! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
And nice job by the defense. Understanding second and short, they're playing run. You can see super physical, now forcing the third down and short.
They'll try to run for it. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The Cyclones with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Rayner. Takes the easy one to the back. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
And the Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout taken by Baylor. It's second. They're down to one timeout left in the half.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Fires to the wideout. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on first down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be 2nd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
From the gun, the ground game. Nice move there. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, they're chewing up clock on offense right now. They've been able to stay on the field and sustain this drive. They've been really, really good on third downs, and it's not just throwing the football, but they've been able to do it running, too. Give the guys up front a lot of credit, getting some big-time blocks. Really nice job by the running back there as well. And this drive stays alive for the O.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
They're going back to the ground. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Baylor Bears called their 3rd and final timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the 2nd and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a 3rd down.
The Cyclones really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Rayner. He's got the tight end, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Here's Lagway to pass. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He tries to take the top off. He's got it inside the 25. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in two-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He'll try the left side. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's pulled down right at the 42-yard line. Fourth down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 3 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's the Bulldogs with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. This ball club now stands at 6 wins. They've ensured themselves at the very least of a 500 regular season.
Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Off play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
To the air, it's Rayner. Right on the money. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign, but you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive, coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Keeps it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Dumps it off in the flats. Across the 35. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Dragged down after working his way. Those feet were pitter-pattering as he picked up 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Right back to the well. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to throw, it's Rayner. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for the end zone. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
He wants to change this route. Lagway rushes on him. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun to give, looking for room. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Quick catch on 3rd down. And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts.
Crimson 14, BCS box. Crimson 14, BCS, go.
Lagway to throw for it on 4th. At midfield, he's got room. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Showing the arm strength down the left side. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. He gets up to the 15-yard line as they're working their way away from their own end zone. 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. They'll give it to him again. Gets away from one, finds some space. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He gets a block. Can they catch him? Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Naylor sends out the offense to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Flagway wants to throw. Bring in the heat. He's got him. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Flagway. Deep shot for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him, and the defense finally came up with a play.
The offense changing the play. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown Bears! They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa State's offense heads out to get this drive underway. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw. It's Rayner. Pulls it in. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Going for the big play. Makes the grab inside the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? He's got his man. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Gets open down the middle. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Makes the catch. It's Kloffenstein. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The run inside. It's Turner. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Griffin. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Got a man, it's Klopfenstein. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. There he goes. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Turner. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Skips away from pressure. Throws toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Rayner. With the catch, it's Jackson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. 4 wideout set, 2-by-2 on 2nd and 5. Back to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. He is in! Touchdown, Iowa State!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. Barring complete catastrophe, David, this offense ought to be able to salt away this game.
Yeah, and unless you're playing in a different league, this one's over. Like, there is no 3-point conversion.
Fires deep toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Bears! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Game is essentially over right now, and you wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but I won't be forgotten. I can tell you that, because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score up, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Rayner. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He'll pull it down. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Man, this defense has their hands full today, because not only do they have to worry about the running backs, and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football.
He'll take the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Plows through the defense. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice,